Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm pretty much going to be going over my main tool bag. I use this for, every service call, maintenance that I go on. For the last 6 to 8 months, I haven't really changed anything, so just want to kind of go over, what I use on a day-to-day basis. I primarily do residential service in the Maryland, DC area. Sometimes I go into Virginia, but pretty much I'm in DC, Maryland. But yep, I have the Veto MB2. I also I have the MCT for when I used to do installs, but now I just pretty much do service only. But I'm a big fan of Veto. I have like this is a TP3, I believe. I kind of just use this as a catch-all for some spare tools and nut drivers and a couple extra meters. But when I bought the MCT, I believe I got this one for free, and I just kind of have that on a hook, and I kind of just pick stuff up when I need to. But this is my main bag. Any type of call, I'm pretty much just grabbing this, and sometimes I'll kind of just take a few tools if I think it's going to be something real easy. But yep, so I use the Husky strap. I think this is a lot more comfortable. It's got extra padding on it. And then pretty much on the tape loop, I have, I just carry one roll of electrical tape, a locking cap key for 410A, R22 caps, and then, the silver ones. This is just a little cheapy multi-tool that my boss gave me. But I pretty much just use this for cutting open boxes and, just have it on the side there. And on the left side of the pocket, keep a small pair of channel locks. Like these, pretty versatile. You can pretty much get into a unit with those things. Keep a flathead. I think this is a Husky. I found this in an attic, so just keep it on my bag. But yeah, just kind of use it for beating on stuff, prying stuff open. I really don't care what happens to this, but I've used it a lot, pretty much. This is my main screwdriver. It's the 8-in-1, the HVAC. So it's got the slide bit, and then it has the thermostat screwdriver, and then also a Schrader core remover, and then number 2 flathead and Phillips, I believe. But yeah, it's pretty nice tool. I like having tools that have multi-purpose. So you take this and this. I mean, you can get into a unit pretty easily, so that's what I like about those. Don't always carry my drill, but for right now, it's just kind of where it's at. I have the M12 Fuel. I mean, I've had this thing for I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and this thing is nice. Samey battery. Like I have like 3 other batteries, but I've never used any other battery besides this one. All the other ones I haven't even charged once yet. But this, I mean, it's got 3 bars. I don't remember the last time I even charged this. It takes like an hour, less than an hour to charge, and lasts you like weeks. And then I keep the Malco 5/16 and 1/4 inch, the reversible bit. So it's really, I've had the same bit also for like 4 years, so it's pretty nice. I'm glad I haven't lost it yet. But yeah, big fan of this. I mean, this thing's awesome. So on the left side, I keep a pair of side cutters, Klein. These are the angled ones, and feel real good in the hand. And and always have to have your dedicated cutters. And then these are my needle nose / wire strippers, and these are the Klein. I don't know. It's like Journeyman's. I don't know. These are pretty expensive. These are like $40, but they're pretty nice. They do have a crimper. I have a dedicated crimper in my bag, but these are pretty nice. I like these, heavy duty, good leverage, and I pretty much use these to strip all wire, cut whatever I need to cut. But yeah, pretty much I use these every single day, so I love those things. Let's see, I guess in this pocket, keep little thermostat screwdriver. It's got little tiny Phillips and flathead, and then it has a also has a Schrader core remover. I don't really use that too often, but yeah, it's pretty nice to have. And you know, as you're turning it, it kind of can rotate for you, so pretty easy to use. So just use that. Keep a little 6-inch extension in there so when I need it. Service wrench, offset, and this is the, what is this one? This is Yellow Jacket, and yeah, I've had this for a while. Pretty nice. I like the 45, a little bit more versatile. And just keep pretty much a little catch-all bag. And I actually have quite a lot of stuff in here, but that's pretty much all I have in there. But let's see. But in here, yeah, just keep a whole bunch of stuff, valve cores, this little thing that I don't use too often, but I have used it. It's pretty nice. When just like you really need, you know, you have no space and you need to get a fat, you know, screw out, then I'll kind of throw a bit on there. Just keep a couple other things, you know, jumper from, you know, it's from like a turbo capacitor. Love this thing. It's for this little short finder. Instead of the resettable ones, you just hook this onto the fuse block. Pretty much if there's a short, it stays lit. I think it's like a blue light, but yeah, then you just, you know, start removing wires until that light goes away. Then you just start searching for it. But pretty nice short pro tool. I watched this one guy who can't remember the name, but it's like a apartment maintenance, and he has a lot of good videos. When I first started working on equipment, I watched his videos, and he has this, and that thing's pretty sweet. And yeah, a few other things, tools. Got some self tappers. Have my mini split adapter here. A couple extra jumpers. Little tiny offset wrench for, you know, when you need to get, you know, a little screw out and you ratchet that. But yeah, a couple big wire nuts. Yeah, just a lot of, you know, catch all for any type of screws that you may need, and plugs and whatnot for, you know, if I need to test static pressure, just drill a hole, and I have like these little plugs and I'll pop those in. But always good to have, you know, something that acts as a little catch-all. And yep, that's about it in that one. And this pocket right here, I have like another little screwdriver. I'm not even sure where I got this one at, but pretty much just sits in there and use it whenever. I'm not sure. Kind of just have it. Have the 45 bit. I found this too. I have a 90 bit DeWalt in my other bag, but I pretty much, you know, found this guy, so I just been using this. And yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. When you need it, I mean, it comes in handy. Keep a couple jumpers, keep the thermostat jumper, and then just, you know, single pair of alligator clip jumpers, and, you know, my Fluke leads, Fluke alligator leads. Pretty nice. This one too, like I said, I watched the one guy's video where he made this little multi-jumper, and just have them all wired up together, and you can pretty much just jump, you know, rooftop unit, wherever, testing. Just, it's pretty nice. You pretty much hook up, you know, G, Y, W. This you can use for O. And yeah, you pretty much just, you know, a little multi-tap jumper. I mean, I don't use this all the time. I pretty much just mainly use like one jumper, but yeah, this comes in handy every once in a while. It's nice to have. Let me see. Keep a little Phillips bit. This is a DeWalt. What is this? It's like 3/8 by 7/16 flip bit. Can't really get one-handed, but 3/8 by 7/16, I believe. And yeah, it's a pretty nice bit. Little, what is this? This little bit I got from a set, and what is this? 1/8 inch bit, but I use this for thermostats. You know, I've had to drill in drywall, then kind of ream it out for the anchor. I just use this, so that always comes in handy. Step bit, you know, if I need to make a knockout for Romex connector, or what I mainly use this for is for you know, combustion analysis, just, you know, drilling into Fluke pipe, and then also for checking static pressure, you know, put in the return duct, supply, and you know, take my readings there. For here, keep a little stubby flip bit. Don't often use this, but you know, comes in handy. I kind of just have it right there, just where I need it real quick. Pop it out, and it's pretty sweet. So keep that in there. And then this is, I just keep a little tape measure. It's a little old little Lufkin tape measure, but it's pretty nice. Real heavy duty. I mean, this thing, you know, this thing's older than I am for sure. I think I got it from my dad, but yeah, pretty nice. And that's about it for that. Keep a couple wire nuts in there to help me, you know, when I put the bits in there. If you don't have wire nuts, it actually, like, they stick too far down. It becomes a pain to remove, so just have a couple orange wire nuts in there. But that's about it for the side pocket. And you know, this bag kind of changes. I kind of remove stuff depending on the season, and you know, sometimes if I want to travel light, I'll actually just take a whole bunch of stuff out and kind of just put a, you know, kind of have a minimalist approach. But you know, most of the time I kind of have these UEI thermometers. I'll kind of just have 2 of them. Just kind of, that's kind of where I keep them at. But sometimes I'll just take these out if I'm working on a boiler. You know, I don't need to take these in there. But 2 of those. Also have a couple more in here. I think I have like 3. I don't know. I kind of, you know, lose them, and I find them, and I find other people. So I normally have at least one on me, at least in my pocket. Let's see. Think of zip ties. Keep my meter leads. You know, sometimes I wrap them around my meter, but you know, the Fluke leads, they're pretty long. I used to have a different pair of leads, but they actually broke on me, so I use these. These are the ones that came with the meter set I have, and they're the twist lock. So pretty nice. And now I use this field piece meter sometimes. This is the 260. I don't really trust this one. It kind of, the readings go, you know, all over the place. Sometimes the amps are, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't trust it. And then I also have, this is my other meter. I love this thing. I don't use it as much, but the what is this? The T5600. But I mean, this thing's super fast. Amp draw, you know, you just hook them to a wire like that. If you just want real quick voltage checks, but yeah, I really like this meter. But you know, right now, mainly residential, you know, most of the times, you know, you'll need at least check capacitance. So every once in a while I'll take this if I'm, you know, if I just need to check voltage. But I normally just have that. In there. All right. Let's see, right here I have my Crimper, Klein. Like I said, these the needle nose have a Crimper as well, but I mean, I really like these for insulated and non-insulated stake-ons. I mean, really can get a good connection on there, so I'll have these. I just always have these in my bag. Let's see, what else? A couple extra zip ties. Keep a adjustable wrench. This is the Code Blue. I have another one right here, but I took off the little plastic cover just to have a little bit extra space. But yeah, I like these because these really open up wide. These are the wide jaw versions. But yeah, these are pretty sweet. I've had this one for a while. Really good, really nice adjustable wrench. But yeah, I like how wide it is. Sometimes the other ones, I mean, you can't even get all, you know, service caps or whatnot, but I'm a big fan of these. Keep a pair of channel locks. These are the Nippex Nippex, however you want to say it. But I used to roll with channel locks, but I like this because it's a little bit lower profile. They're lighter, feel good in the hand. This is the comfort grip version. But yeah, man, I like these. You just press this button. I mean, man, these things are pretty wide, and the teeth are super sharp. But yeah, just press that button. But I'm a big fan of these. I don't really use these like my channel locks. I really kind of use those as like a hammer. But these, I'm kind of pretty gentle with these. I don't like to beat on stuff with these, but I like these. Just they feel really good in the hand and they grip. I mean, these things will dig into you know, black pipe fitting, no problem. So like these, and that way, you know, if I'm having to do the gas repair, I have one in my bag, and then I just grab a, you know, my other little channel lock for a backup. But pretty much roll with these. And then pretty much my meter. This is the Fluke 323, and then the 116. This is the HVAC combo. You know, voltmeter, DC voltage, millivolts, you know, ohms, continuity, capacitance. Also has an adapter for testing temperature, DC microamp. So this is an awesome meter, and then has a really strong magnet. You know, you can just throw it on there and you know, do what you got to do. But I'm a big fan of this meter. You know, I trust this thing, and it's super fast. You know, and you test voltage, boom, you get instant. And you know, I'm a big fan of this guy. So I use this every day. Always check voltage before I touch anything. And then, you know, your standard clamp meter. You know, checking amp draws. You know, I like this thing, very accurate. Also, you know, sometimes, you know, I just grab this real quick so I can just lift it up. Then I'll throw my meter leads on there, you know, do what I gotta do. You know, check my amp draw. You know, sometimes I just use this if I don't really, you know, feel like pulling this guy out. But yeah, I always kind of have this. Sometimes I kind of want to get like a, you know, go back to a single meter, but you know, I'm just, you know, I don't know, I've just gotten used to it. I might get, there's a couple of other field piece meters that I've been having my eye on, but I don't use this guy too much, but every once in a while I'll kind of pull that out there. But let me see what else. Oh, I just got these. These are little for back probing. I just got these are kind of like some cheapy ones off Amazon, but pretty much, yeah, you just put these up, push them in there, and then you kind of have these fine tip. You know, for a lot of these new inverter type systems, you'll need to have back probes because you're just going to be damaging the connectors, and you may not even be able to get these in there, or else you risk like potentially shorting something else out. So these little cheapy ones I got, I think these are like $8. I mean, they definitely feel like super cheap, but they work, and I just got them, but kind of just keeping them in a bag for right now and figure out, you know, where I want to put them. But I may just have them at the bottom of my bag because I rarely, you know, you go weeks without using this, but you know, when you need it, saves, you know, nice having it in the bag, having to walk to the truck. Because you know, if you're not familiar with working in the city, I work in Washington D.C. I could be working like near the Capitol, you know, in these residential spots. I mean, and it's no parking, so you could be walking, you know, I could be walking like 10-15 minutes from my truck to get to the actual building. And sometimes it's like a really nightmare in the city, and I'm sure it's worse than, you know, New York City, you know, any major city that you're doing service at. It's difficult. So I like to have, this is about everything that I like having. Sometimes you don't need all this stuff, but I've been able to be very capable with this setup. And you know, I used to travel a lot heavier, but now, you know, I just have this in there, just sling it over my shoulder, and like, you know, it's really not too bad. Let me see what else. Oh, I got some more stuff in here. Piece of sandcloth, you know, sanding up stuff. And then I have a little stubby multi. Don't often use this, but you know, when you need it, it's nice to have, and just kind of have it in there. And I think that's about it. That's about all I have in there. And but that's my setup. You know, this is what I've pretty much been using for the last, you know, 6 to 8 months. I haven't really changed anything. And you know, if I need some other tools, pretty much just grab a bucket, throw what I need in it, and then go from there. But you know, that's